Hello and welcome. It is Monday night, and that means we are back with another Small Biz Highlight episode. Last week I was not here. I apologize, but I did leave you with some amazing replays of previous episodes for you to check out. A couple of my favorites. They're all my favorites, let's face it, but highlight a couple of them while I was out dealing with some family stuff. But I'm here live with you tonight, everyone. And as always, I have to remind you, we are live with StreamYard. So if you are catching us live on Facebook, hi. If you want to leave a comment or a question or whatnot while we're live tonight, I absolutely welcome you too. I would love to feature it live on the screen here for us to all enjoy. But just so that we can see your name and your profile picture, because we'd love to see who's talking to us. It's simple little click to streamyard.com/Facebook. Takes 2 seconds. It'll just help them talk to each other, give each other permission to share each other's information, basically. So I will put it into the comments below, but it will be included in the description of the video just in case, okay? As always, I'd love to remind you that this is 2020 the year of more acceptance, more love, and more faith in yourself, in your family, and whoever you need to have it more. But this year is all about myself and accepting myself a lot more, just loving myself a lot more. And I am selfishly using you all as my accountability partners. So feel free to selfishly use me as yours. I'd love to join in. Please spread the message, #2020you, to your friends, your family. Spread the love and good vibes everywhere. Okay, so speaking of friends and family, my invite friends button on Small Biz Highlight Facebook page is missing. Yeah, I don't know what happened to it. Nobody knows what happened to it. But what that does is it makes it really hard for us to spread the word about Small Biz Highlight and invite people to like the page. So if you could take 2 seconds out of your time tonight to like this video, share it. Maybe go on the Small Biz Highlight Facebook page and like a post or share a post and spread the message of Small Biz Highlight to your friends and family on your timeline. Let them know we exist. You never know who might be on your timeline that has a small business that might like to get featured. Or you never know who might be in need of a specific product or service, and one of my guests could be the answer to their prayers. You never know. So please help spread the word. It will take 2 seconds, costs you nothing, and ultimately supports not just the show, but all 119 episodes. Wow, that's a lot of episodes. So yes, all 119 of my guests, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks to our sponsor, Text for More. It is super easy to find us no matter where you want to watch us, okay? So if you text Small Biz to 717-670-6400, it will give you the link to our main hub. Gives you a little, background information as far as what Small Biz Highlight is all about, but it also will give you the direct links to the broadcasts tonight. So please check it out. You will love it. And as always, I love feedback. So please let me know. As always, there seems to be something where no matter what it is, there's an app for that. And Small Biz Highlight is no different. There's an app for that, people. On Apple and Google Play, you can download the Small Biz Highlight app, which will give you direct access to all of our web shows, podcast episodes, all of our digital TV show episodes, and so much more is to come. So please take a second, download it, support Small Biz Highlight, and spread the love. Oh gosh, I can't wait to let you guys in on everything that's about to come up with it. Cannot wait. All right, so that's enough about my stuff, boring you with all my introduction stuff. Thank you again for everyone who's stopping by tonight to check us out live. If you're checking us out on our podcast episode, thank you for stopping by. As always, I urge you to visit our social media sites and, check out the live video feed so that you can not only hear what's going on, but see and put a face to a name. It makes a big difference, in my opinion, and helps build that extra connection. And you never know what could happen with it. All right, so tonight I have a really awesome guest. It's going to be really fun to talk to her because it's really interesting. We're talking skincare and just skin health and all of the above tonight, which, I'm really eager to talk to her about because I love learning new things. So Patty is here to join us. Give me 1 second. I'm going to make sure this happens correctly. Hi, Patty.
Hey, hi, everybody. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for being here tonight. How are you?
Oh, my pleasure. And I am doing awesome. Thank you so much.
Well, I'm so glad to have you here. I always start my show with a very simple question, but sometimes it kind of trips people up a little bit. I love how different people answer it differently. It's very entertaining sometimes. So, Patty, help my viewers get to know you a little bit before we get into the business side of you. Who are you?
Well, that's a good question. Well, I hail from Neptune, New Jersey. I left there in 1977 and joined the U.S. Air Force. Excuse me. I was in the military for 20 years, so I am a retiree. And I had a great career field was contracts management. So after my 20 years in military, I did another 11 years in federal civil service as a contracts administrator, contracting officer. And I've always had a side hustle along the way, and that side hustle, you never know where the networking is going to take you.
Oh
And
gosh, yeah.
so I think that's where we're going to lead to with your questioning tonight.
Well, thank you so much for your service.
My pleasure.
I'm in the reserves, the Army Reserves myself, and March 1st is going to be 18 years, so I'm not too far off from that
Oh,
big R word.
well, thank you.
But yes, thank you so much for your service, and even taking it one step further and just serving as civilian too. I feel like a lot of service members try to take advantage of that. And it's always nice to hear when they do, especially because, there's often times where service members don't know what to do with themselves after they retire, which is craziness.
Right, I
Um,
didn't. And I am married. I've been married for 28 years and have a daughter and a son. And our son is in the Air Force now over in England. So
oh,
there you go. That's the short and sweet.
I'm so jealous. That's why we joke that the Air Force is the spoiled branch of the service. Really,
Yeah,
a station in England. I'm just kidding.
loving it.
I'm just kidding. But yes, so thank you for your service, my friend. I'm really anxious to learn about this business of yours. So you mentioned a side hustle, really cool. But your side hustle is called Your Daily Nourishment. Is that right?
That is what I call my business. Yes, ma'am.
Love it. So what is Your Daily Nourishment all about?
It's all about nourishing your skin, nourishing your body, and nourishing your lifestyle. And recently, I've picked up some coaching training, and so I will be nourishing your mind as well.
Ooh,
I
look at
know.
you, just going for checking off all the boxes.
Check,
That's
check,
what I
check.
was trying to say. There you go. Yes. Okay. So, how are you nourishing the skin, the body, what have you? What are your products about? What do they do?
Yeah. So I'm sure many of you have heard of the Dead Sea over in Israel. So our
Yes.
products do come from the Dead Sea. L'Oreal is our manufacturer right at the base of the Dead Sea. So all of our products have minerals, salts, or mud in them, or all three in them. And
Hmm.
the Dead Sea is known for its healing factors. It's the lowest point on Earth, 1,300 feet below sea level. So you've got nowhere else on Earth do you find all the minerals that are there. There's 21 minerals, and 12 of which are exclusive to that body of water. So I don't know if many people know that Germany actually sends busloads of people there to soak in the waters for healing, whether it be lung disorders or arthritis or whatever their disorder may be. They actually get bused there to soak in the water for a week.
Wow.
Yes, that's
Talk about an
that.
epic vacation. I would like to get
Yeah,
bus somewhere to soak in
yeah, and
for
have
a
insurance
week.
pay for it, right?
What?
Uh, yep. So that's one pillar. Our second
Okay.
pillar is organic nutrition. It is informed sports for certified, meaning that it is tracked from farm to packaging, that there's
Hmm.
nothing illegal or enhancing in it. So any athlete at any caliber can use this nutrition supplements and not get in any trouble for it in any way, shape, or form. And they are vegan, no sugar, no soy, no whey, nothing artificial.
Oh my
Great
goodness.
stuff.
This all sounds very good. All
Yep.
good to be true. Too good to be true. I'm
So the
telling you.
third pillar of this same company is a travel club. We just inherited that this year. And so if you need discounts on your travel, whether it be car rentals, hotels, curated travel vacations, events, museums, if you like to go to aquariums, there's all kinds of discounts for everything. So that is our third pillar.
Wow. Okay, so you're helping everybody be able to afford to have fun.
Have fun, have a new
So
lifestyle.
that they can relax and take care of their mind and their body, because ultimately, let's face it, you taking the time to take care of your skin and how you're eating and your supplements and all that you're taking, that ultimately translates into self-care, because it's a form of self-care. You're taking care
That
of
is
yourself,
correct.
right?
Correct. Yes, ma'am. And that is, and all of that gives you a lifestyle that makes you want to live your life. How's that?
Yes. Oh, and the Dead Sea. You hear so many stories about the salt from the Dead Sea, how it's used for like scrubs, and then your skin just feels amazing. And then I never knew about the Germans busing people to soak in it for a week, and then you just blew my mind with the fact that you said the insurance pays for it. Like, come
Yep.
on now.
Yep.
There's got to be something to it if they've approved it to the point where insurance can pay for it, right?
Well, that's the last I heard that Germany did it. So I don't live there, so I can't tell you
Um,
for sure.
so United States, though.
Yeah, hello.
When are we gonna jump on that
Well,
bandwagon,
that's a
though?
long flight, I can tell you. I did it. I went there 3 years ago, and it was the best trip I've ever had.
I've always
Germ-
wanted to go. I've
yeah,
always heard so many wonderful stories. And the when I was younger, my church used to do little
the missions.
pilgrimages out there
Hmm.
and stuff like that. And everybody would come back and they would just look so refreshed and so, oh my gosh,
That's
so,
exactly what I did. I went on a pilgrimage over there.
oh,
It
one of
was
these days.
phenomenal.
It's on the to-do list. We're
There you
just,
go.
I'm working on it.
There you go.
So how did you get involved with this type of side gig to begin with?
I actually was with another skincare company for 17 years, and a friend of mine who lived 3 miles away from me, her husband decided that she needed to have a business. And he bought her a startup kit, and it was delivered to her door. And she said, "What is this?" And he says, "I started you a business." So she opened it up, and um, her husband told her, "Just invite some friends over. Let's see what the products are about." So we had about 15 to 20 people at her house, and we
Oh
were slapping
wow.
mud on our faces and cleansing and salt and oil, using a salt and oil scrub on our hands and body butter all over our bodies. And um, I walked out of there with the largest kit I could get because I knew I just loved the products from just trying them there. So that's how I got involved in that. You just never know.
Wow. Yeah, you never know. It sounded like you guys had a great time.
Yeah. Yeah, you never
Uh,
know when an opportunity is gonna fall in your lap. So, my thing is never don't say no, never say never, and always say yes to an opportunity because you can always back out later. But go at least listen to what it's about. It may change your life forever.
You're absolutely right. I feel like, there's so many people who are working from home, side gigs like yourself of all different types that,
Hmm.
it's absolutely changed their lives. Absolutely has done something to enhance it, even if it's an extra $100 a month that they didn't have to begin with. That is huge in this day and age for people who are struggling so much to make ends meet.
Yeah. Well,
So it's great that you were able to find something like that for you.
yeah, and it's not only been the money; it's been the people that I've come in contact with. If it weren't for this networking life, I became an author, a co-author in a book last year during COVID. Because I think you were asking, what about COVID?
Yes.
Well, we had 48 people come together and wrote a compilation book. It became number one in 4 countries in the first month. After
Wow,
that, yeah,
congratulations.
after that, I wrote my first ebook. It's The Importance and Benefits of Greens for Your Health. There's my little story on the back. And I'm in the
Love
middle of
it.
writing my second ebook right now. And the opportunities exist if you just open your mind and your heart and just see what it's about.
Wow, that's huge. Wow. And you said in the first month it got to number one in four
Four
countries?
countries. Yep.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Congratulations. And I know you said you were a co-author because a bunch of you got together, but that's got to be
Right.
so huge for all of you that were involved with that book.
Yes, it was.
And what
Yeah.
is the book about?
Well, it's called The Power of Yes: How Network Marketing Creates Dream Lives. So there's a bunch of stories, um, men and women, of just when we got into network marketing, how it changed our lives. And it doesn't
Mm,
necessarily have to be network marketing. It's networking in any way, shape, or form, how it can
yeah.
change your life in meeting different people, because you never know who's going to come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. You just never know.
You don't. And regardless of what time period they're meant to stay, they could have, even if they are supposed to be there for just a season, for example, that impact on you could be so huge that then it's just life altering and you move on and you go to great things just
Right?
because that one person had that kind of impact on you.
Right. You use those little stepping stones to get you to be better and better, and
Yep.
to come out of those comfort zones from down here to the next comfort zones.
You're absolutely right. Wow. All right. Well, we are going to take a quick break so I can play my little commercial from
Okay.
my sponsor. But when we come back, we'll get right back to talking about COVID, how it had affected you a little bit more, and then we'll close it out from there. Okay.
Thanks.
So stand by, everybody, for my commercial. 3, 2,
Are you
1.
tired of missed business opportunities because you don't have the marketing tools that big companies do? Do you want to generate more sales with less effort or technical knowledge? Text for More is a digital marketing solution that is both your digital brochure and web presence that connects you directly to your customers. Best of all, Text for More is proven to deliver results. In fact, some of our clients have seen their monthly revenue increase by as much as 5 times in the first couple of months. To get started today, text the keyword MORE to 317-342-8114 and see how we can assist you. Text for More. Next generation brochures for the digital age.
What a great commercial.
There it is, my friends. I always joke that I feel like I'm a real show now, the Pinocchio effect, because I actually get to play commercial during the show. It's pretty cool.
How
But
awesome
big
is
shout
that?
out to Tex for More and Ryan. Ryan is amazing. and as my first official sponsor who gave me this opportunity and took a chance on me. So I will always be grateful to him. So thank you. But yes, Patty, you are a network marketer, and COVID shutdowns pretty much forced network marketing to completely go digital, regardless if people were ready for that. So how did it impact you? Was it something you were comfortable with, going fully digital and trying to, be on social media a lot more? Or was that something you had to learn as you go, kind of?
That's a good beginning to my story because I'm not a young puppy. I am 63 years old, and the digital age, I was a little behind with it. So last year, I dove into self-improvement and took a lot of classes, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, you name it. I was out there getting into the trenches and learning it. There's some pretty funny TikTok videos out there. But yeah, I spent all last year getting myself educated and getting more knowledge about how the social media platform works. And I'm still doing it. Finding new coaches because they all teach different ways. And of course, you learn, you can hear the same thing twice, but somebody else is going to say it a little bit differently. So I take that all and I run with it. I've got notebooks this big, that tall, that I've taken notes on. And so I refer back to it a lot. Yeah. But the company itself, I'm sorry. Our company itself, our parent company, did $3 billion last year, and we're in over 40 different countries. So they didn't feel the crunch too bad.
Well, that's good. It's sometimes small businesses come on here and they feel a little guilty admitting that they didn't actually feel the stress or the hit of the shutdowns because their businesses actually thrived during the pandemic. And, I always like to tell them that that's okay, because it can't be that everybody suffered. There had to be some stories where people either thrived or their business grew, or they started the business and it just went from there. There's got to be a balance of some sort. And although it wasn't, successful for everyone, and for a lot of people it was a really hard time, it is encouraging to know that it wasn't a hard time for everyone, if that makes sense.
Right. I think they use the downtime, for lack of a better term, to make changes in their processes and to make it better. So it was
yes, absolutely. I mean, look at you. You said you weren't, for the record, you look amazing for your age, okay?
Thank you.
But in your words, you're not a young puppy anymore,
No.
and you had to learn new tricks. There's always that joke in there. You can't teach an old dog new tricks, but you proved it wrong.
Oh, absolutely.
You took it upon yourself to learn. You studied, you took notes, you did all of that, and it came out benefiting you in the end. And it's because you were able to do that I'm sure you were able to continue your side gig despite the shutdowns and stuff. I mean, networking, like I said, is just morphed into like this whole different world because virtual just became the only way we could do it.
Right, exactly. Yep. So you had to get out there and do it. When you have to do it, you do it.
Well, I applaud you, because not a lot of people, that are older in age are more willing to do that kind of thing. They tend to be a little hesitant about it. I did have a guest once that said she would not have gotten through the pandemic if not for her grandchildren coaching her how to go through the apps and what buttons to press and whatnot. Like, even if they weren't physically there with her, she would like do coaching sessions with them. And I thought that was so cool, because now, that was not only a coaching session for her, but then it was a bonding moment for her and her grandkids to just get to that next level. Now she has no excuse.
I can relate.
She knows how to use everything.
I've got 6 grandchildren, so I can relate to that. That
Yes.
is, and they do teach me a lot.
It's so crazy. I'm
I know.
still learning, and my kids are 6 and 5, and they're still teaching me new things and I consider myself pretty good with technology. They blow my mind. It's craziness. But I want to thank you for being here tonight. This was a lot of fun talking with you, getting to know you and your business. Do you have any other pieces of advice that you'd like to leave us with as far as for skincare or just self-care in general?
Um, Nutrition, they talk about leaky gut. That's the new thing nowadays. And a lot of people don't understand leaky gut. And it's because you've got damage to cells along the lining of your intestinal tract. And when those cells die off, you lose strength in that tract. And the garbage that's going through them leaks out into your body. And that's all toxic. So that's what the leaky gut is. So if you're thinking that you're sick for another reason, take a second look at what your gut is doing. And I can help them with that for sure.
Wow. If you want to contact Miss Patty here, I'd be happy to help link you up with her, get her contact information into the comments so that you can click away and find her, what have you. I want to thank you again, Patty. Like I said, this was a really great time talking with you. Loved your pieces of advice and, just hearing your stories. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Well, I appreciate you reaching out to me and taking your time with me. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Well, everybody, that does it for this episode. For tonight, as always, I will leave you with your friendly reminder to put your communities first. We do that by shopping small and supporting local businesses. Good night, everyone, and I will be back in just a few moments with a special announcement of sorts. So stay tuned.